This is a very good source for an Apollo 17 video where a UFO is seen and what looks like a UFO base on the ground. It's Instagram, so you just put in Apollo program. Simple, there's about 94,000 followers. And this is the date 10th of May 2018. So it's just on there. So you just click that one there and that takes you to the main one. So it should just open. I'm just waiting for it to open. So I'll just put on pause till it opens. I've just opened it, so we get a little box like that, and I'll just close it now and encircle the whole box only. I assume now I've just encircled the box, that's all you'll see on the screen, so let's play it. Here's where the UFO comes in. We'll play it once to see if you can pick it up. Keep your eye in the center of the screen, it's a little white dot. So it seems to be underneath. Now, if we're filming through the triangular window, that's actually a module that lands. The one on top was the first part filming the one that you're looking through now. So the landing pod is the one that lands. It has to then join to the arm module, which was further up. So he's obviously saying this is where we have to land. And that's where you'll see, just coming up now, that interesting structure. And he's moved away from it. And there's the white UFO still. So obviously there isn't anything underneath it. Let's now go through and pause it step by step. So this is Apollo 17. The voice was Gene Cernan, who's passed away. The important thing is we have to look at the structure down the bottom, which I've taken photos. So now I'll actually take you through the video and pause you. Unfortunately, there's an arrow in the middle. I don't want to pause too much. So there's that white structure. There it is. I don't want to pause it. There it is there. Keep your eye on that structure right in the middle there. Now, there's nothing special down the bottom until we come to this ridge here where he talks about this is where we might land. Keep an eye on that white object right there. So that's not the Apollo landing pod. This is where the landing pod will land. So it's actually filmed through the small triangular window. The reason it's small because the glass is very thick and heavy. The structure we're going to analyze is right there. Look at that structure. Let's pause it quick. Keep your eye on that structure there. There's what looks like a dome and a few spheres there. A few spheres down there and an opening. But every time I pause it, I'll have to take it through this. Now there's an interesting structure there I'll have a look at. This was the most obvious. He's looking at that structure there. Okay, that's it. Keep an eye on that. There's a few spheres there. Spheres on the ground opening there. My gut feeling is he's not landing there without obviously thinking of those objects there, and you've got the white UFO orb, there it is there. And these are the photos that I'll zoom in on right there. Let's go through it again, and that's it. And there's that white object. We might as well pause it here, go through the photos. Go through it again now that I've shown you. Keep your eye on it. I'm not going to pause it. So it's Apollo 17, Gene Cernan. That was the last mission. The rumour was they always landed near the alien structures. Now, even we see that white object there. Keep an eye on the centre of the screen. I won't use the arrow anymore. We're filming through the very small triangular windows they had on the landing modules because they weren't that heavy. It had to be very thick glass. So obviously if they were too big, there's a weight problem. That's why they engineered them very small. And that object on top, I'm not sure what it is. Here we go. Look at the structures on the ground now. It's coming up on your left, that right there. Okay, it's moved out very quick. Okay, let's analyze it now. I'll go back to it now step by step and we'll zoom in on the structures. So this is the original clip here. And I'll pause it, then zoom in on my photos. So obviously we're coming in now. And the easiest one to see is obviously the white ball of light right there.
Super targeting. We've got Family Mountain, we've got Course of Mesquite. We can see the Scarp, we can see the Light Mantle, I've got the Great Cross, Camelot, Sherlock. Believe it or not, Houston, they're all there. Houston, I can even see Poppy right where we're going to set this baby down. Very good.
Okay, this is a spot now I'll zoom in on. I'll zoom in on that area there, there's a little opening in that area. This is the image of the ball of light right there. So obviously it's not a module, there's two of them. One circles the moon as the landing module, lands, and then it obviously shoots up again to join up. So that's obviously not it, it's a white ball of light. This is what the surface looks like. There's one square opening there and little round objects there, and some domes and spheres there, and that square opening right there. I'll try to process the photo. So this shows you how it's done. I'd press the auto enhance and then obviously fiddle around with the contrast and things like that. I don't think I've fixed this up already, so I might see how difficult it is. It's a very difficult one to process. Then I zoom in on it so you can just see what I'm trying to do. There are those round domes that I'm finding interesting, and the objects there in the opening. This is one that I've processed already, and the interesting part is here you can see a bit better the hilly domes than that opening there, and then that square opening there. The picture's not that good. This is the left side, so again you see the domes, and a square opening right there seems to go under that structure. Again, these are images very hard to comprehend, so I'll try my best. So basically we see the pixels there. That's another zoom of the right side where we try to zoom in. I've used enough exposure there. We try to see the opening right there, that square opening. Then you see the tubes and domes coming up. So I'll see how far I can zoom out before it blurs out. That's it there. I'm afraid that's the best we can get. I'll try to fiddle around with it a little bit more if I can get that contrast up. There it is. Not that much difference. The best thing obviously is the white ball of light. Here I can't really do that much.